Hello friends, it's Trevor, it's Avery, it's Pat, it's the citywide special. The Phillies are one win away from another trip to the NLCS after an offensive outburst in Game 3 against the Atlanta Braves. The Phils hit 6 home runs in the game, while Aaron Nola gives a stellar performance on the mound. Can the Fightins wrap up the series Thursday against Spencer Strider? The Eagles win again to improve to 5-0 on the season in what may have been their most impressive game thus far. The defense locks down Matthew Stafford in the second half, while Jalen Hurts' explosive running finally returns to the offense. The Birds take on the Jets on Sunday. The Flyers start their season Thursday night against the Blue Jackets. And will James Harden actually begin the season playing real basketball for the Sixers? All that and more coming up right now. How's it going, fellas?
Pretty good. Can't complain. You know what I mean? We're back here on another lovely Wednesday night. Had a great day Sunday with you two lads here and a plethora of other friends for a great outing to celebrate my birthday, but also the Eagles and all that jazz. But yeah, riding high. We got Eagles win. Phil's get a big dub. We're out of here tomorrow to go to Hawaii. So I can't be any higher than I am right now.
You said we're at it.
Well, now, anyway, you know what I mean?
The pod's going out to Hawaii, man.
Yeah.
We going to Oahu up in this. Yo, what are you most excited about with your trip?
Honestly, just shutting down from work. I mean,
True.
Never been to Hawaii like that, but probably do a little surfing, probably just chill at the beach for a little bit. Really the spam too. I'm into like trying out all the different spams they got there. So
Got good seafood, so I hear.
Yeah.
I never been.
So I'm pumped, man.
Trevor, when you went to Hawaii, what you enjoy the most?
The actual ocean is really awesome. Like, I mean, no knock on the on our own Atlantic Ocean, but I would say the Pacific Ocean is like very, especially if I don't know if it's just because you're that far out and there's just like not as much like pollution and shit around or whatever. It's like but like you look out at the ocean in Hawaii, it's like it looks like the way the ocean looks like in like a fucking cartoon or something. It's just like totally blue. Sky is amazing. Like, yeah, the whole like environment's really cool. And if you drive a little further out or whatever, there's all these like crazy like mountains and stuff. It's just all the whole landscape is like really fucking awesome. And then I did have some good seafood there as well. I mean, unfortunately when I was there, I was like busy doing wedding stuff because I was like the best man at the wedding. So I was going to rehearsal stuff duties and pictures and all this other kind of shit. But very cool place.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like Puerto Rico, like island in the Atlantic, just kind of far from the contiguous 48 where pollution and vile things live. Just uninhabited by just greasy, disgusting people like the rest of our coastal beach towns and cities. But yeah, Puerto Rico, ocean temperatures in like the low to mid 80s, felt like a bath, man. Just playing football with coconuts on the beach. Shout out who was in that car. Hannah, and Nikki, I think, and someone else was there. We were playing football with coconuts on the beach. Beautiful weather, beautiful people, great food, mountains, rainforests. You're in for a good time, man. Oh, and shout out to you. Happy birthday.
I appreciate that. Thank you, fellas, for celebrating this weekend. It was
Cheers.
Great. That was a fun time. The Eagles also helped us celebrate with a big win there.
I'll tell you, man. Not in for a good time is me and my hernia.
Oh, is that official? You got a hernia now?
Well, yeah. Last Wednesday it was I went to like my primary doctor and he was like, "Yeah, this is a hernia." So now I got to go to the hernia guy like a week from like on Tuesday, and then I guess from there they'll probably schedule me for surgery. Man, I swear I've been under the knife too many times in the past few years. It's kind of becoming ridiculous.
Yeah, I've never been under the knife,
dude. It's like, I mean, it's fine, it's whatever, but at least the best part is at least I've like hit my deductible for the year, so I don't have to worry about some crazy hospital bill after this one. So like that's like the shittiest part is out of the way, so that's not bad. But I'll tell you, man, I just want to cut my head off and put it onto a robot body, dude.
Yeah.
Just
how'd you get the hernia?
I don't know. I don't know if I was doing anything in particular. It just
that's
scary.
I
just noticed it.
I don't like that.
I had one before, like years ago, like when I was in college on the other side. Now I have it on like the other. Yeah, so it's like supposed to just be
reoccurring kind of.
Yeah, at least it's not like in the same spot. That would have been fucked up if like but
and that shit's what, like right near your belly button?
One I have is like, well, it was funny. I did have also one when I had the first time. I had it like lower abdomen and then also belly button. I didn't know that I had it in the belly button because I didn't really feel anything there. But they were like, "Yeah, you got one there too." So like, yeah, I don't know, man. My intestines are just all like fucked up and they're like, always being a problem.
Marley and me, you know what I mean? When that stomach gets all twisted and shit.
Yeah, I just want to
down soon.
I just want to be.
You got to become an android.
Yeah, I just want to have like a Gundam body, like just my head.
That'd be pretty cool.
On a Gundam.
Yeah.
Next week we're all three. It's just you, Fat, and then a Gundam sitting here in this chair.
I wouldn't be mad about it. That'd be cool to have a friend that was a Gundam. No one would mess with you.
Yeah.
You'd have a Gatling gun you could just attach to your arm.
Yeah.
You're like, are you talking around, shit?
Yeah, I'd be like walking down K&A at 3 a.m. Be like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm a Gundam, man. No one's fucking with me right now.
Get here. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a laser sword. I got cannons.
You'd have a jetpack on your back, bro. You could fly, dude.
If that was an option.
Hey, man.
Like they bring you in for surgery, and they're like asking you like, okay, so you want like general anesthesia, and your insurance does actually cover Gundam conversion.
That'd be great.
Surgery.
I would say we're not too far from it because we
I feel like rich people are. I mean, I've always had this. Well, it's funny because there's that thing now with like the Neuralink thing that like it's just some Elon Musk thing. So it's probably just gonna be like a bunch of rich people like giving themselves brain tumors by trying to become like Superman or whatever. But that is like one of my big fears is that like rich people are just going to be able to have, put like computer chips in their brain and shit and just turn themselves into like super beings and
fuck that shit.
Yeah, we're not too far from that either. And
yeah,
unfortunately for us plebeians, we're not going to be able to afford it.
Yeah, we're just going to be just raw dogging it with our regular brains.
I don't know if I would want that though.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to.
I don't mind a little.
I don't like the AI stuff. At least the Writers Guild, got their win over the AI. So hopefully,
barely,
we won't have to deal with any superhuman computer chip people either.
Yo, AI is going to become malevolent, dude. AI is going to come together someday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny the AI thing because it's like haven't you people debating about this stuff. It's like, buddy, have you seen like a single movie about robots?
Right.
They're all about how they're bad. Come on. It is apparently good for writing like a cover letter though. That I think is good because that's like the most bullshit thing you have to like writing a cover letter for jobs is just such a pointless exercise.
Has to be kind of different.
That's just becoming obsolete anyway, though. Too. Yeah. To be honest with you, anybody has like not in the grand scheme of things. Cover letters they're a thing in the past. They're not as prevalent as they used to be. They're winding down.
Yeah, I don't know. Thankfully, I haven't had to apply for a job in a long time. But when I did, it was like the most annoying thing about trying to like tweak it up slightly. The worst I remember like accidentally sending the wrong one to places. Like I remember like applying for like a job at like a movie theater one time, and so I had like the same cover letter, and then at the end it's like, then this is why I think I would be a great addition to your theater, and then I sent that to some like insurance company or something. I was like, oh, whoops. But fuck that. Anyway, robots may be the death of humanity in the near future, but in the here and now, the Phillies are one win away from the NLCS, baby.
Crushed.
Ring the bell, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Yo, we got to do these shots of 99 bananas, man.
Yeah, I guess we do.
To the victory.
Yeah.
Who's doing that long boy?
I guess I'll do the long boy.
He don't got work tomorrow.
There you go. All right.
All right. One win away.
One away. Here we go now.
Atlanta can kiss my ass, dude.
Fuck blooper.
Y'all beginning to get like me. That's what, your second shot of 99 bananas in 3 days, 4 days?
4.
Guess it's Sunday.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, that's my third in 5 days, 4 days.
I don't plan on making a habit of it, but
no.
Well, if we win again tomorrow, you got to go out somewhere.
Occasions. Yeah, I'll probably be at McCusker's.
Yeah, I don't think they have it there. But anyway, whatever. We can talk about some Phils. I don't know if we should start with Game 3, though. You want to start with just the series as a whole? The last time we talked
was
Game 1 of the wild card series.
Yeah, I think, as we saw Who started us off with them? Wheeler, right?
What, game one?
Game
that
one?
was Ranger.
Ranger, I mean.
Yeah.
Ranger did a hell of a job.
And the Marlins?
No, I was talking about the Braves.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Braves.
We
We
don't
don't
need
need
to talk about the Marlins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that. That's
I was
We're
saying we can
done.
just jump to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the Braves from game one.
Ranger did his thing, and the bats came alive. They did pretty well. I think that Atlanta looked naturally sloppy after being off for about a little over a week or whatever it was. So I think you saw some of that rust come off here and there. But to be able to shut them out like that, too, as a whole team was electric. And then even going into game two, to be honest, to get, 15 innings of shutout baseball against the best hitting team in the history of baseball. Can't argue. You can't really ask for anything more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think game one for me, the thing that stuck out most was that Topper managed his ass off, dude.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah.
Like, Brian Snicker, there's such a variance between the way that Snicker's managed versus how Topper's managed, and you saw in game one right away. Snicker's big move was to shuffle the best hitting lineup in baseball for no real reason, just because the Phillies have some lefties in their pen and the one is lefty stacked. Whereas Topper's big move was, I'm gonna pull Ranger after
Four.
not
Like
even
after-
3 2/3.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna tell him that he only has a little bit because it's gonna alter the way he pitches. I'm gonna tell everyone else. I'm gonna tell
Yep.
the whole staff. I'm gonna tell the pitching coaches. But I'm not gonna tell him because I don't want it to be in his mind.
Yep.
So then, fast forward to 3 2/3 innings into the game, goes to pull Ranger. Ranger's crying. I know you were complaining about Ranger crying in the dugout, but Topper made the right call going to the bullpen there. Trusted his guys, and not only did he trust them, but he just deployed them so strategically.
Yeah.
One after the other, after the other, after the other. It got hairy at times, but you never really felt like the Phillies were going to lose that game just because had full-on faith in Topper.
Yeah, it's cool to see him be able to do that because I feel like regular season and just kind of like his Topper's like general vibes that he kind of reminds you more of like a little more of like a Charlie Manuel that's just gonna be more of a player's coach, like let his guys go, like not like do this like over managing stuff. But like when it comes to the playoffs, like you kind of do need to like switch into that mode because like every game is so important. You can't be worrying about like saving your bullpen or doing all this other stuff. So yeah, I think it's pretty impressive how he can kind of just like turn the switch and convert into playoff Topper and like really manage that bullpen very precisely.
Well, and that's what got us through last year, right? I mean, last year
Yeah.
we were happy to be in the playoffs, and we had the whole head coaching change and all that shit. And Topper came in and we got rid of Girardi, and then the team came alive and they were getting a little mojo going in there. And we were like, all right, well, we got the wild card. Like, we're happy with this. And then we kept going further and further. But there was some probably magic in there within that lineup that we didn't see as we are now because we expect the team to play that they're playing at.
Mm-hmm.
And it is amazing to see his, kind of stalwart, very calm, cool, and collective. Every time they cut to him, we could be up, even today, up, 10-2, whatever it was. Had the same look it was when we were down 1-0. Like, he doesn't falter, doesn't change. I think game one, we were happy with a split. But you take that first game, too, it just, like a vacuum, takes the fucking life right out of that whole team. And, yeah, I mean, Topper is an amazing coach right there in that sense that he knows he trusts his guys. I think that we haven't seen this since Charlie Manuel where the players they feel the trust, though. You know what I mean? Like, they feel the actual, like, yeah, okay, fine. It is my job to go out there and do this or whatever. Like, you got Orion coming in here. You got all these other young cats playing, stepping up. He's got 2 rookies playing out there left and center field half the time, having to play. And that's huge. And whether or not it's because of a pitching matchup or whatever, but, they play great defense, and that's all they need them to do. We don't need you to hit. You're at 8 and 9 or whatever it is, but eventually you could be able to make a big play, and that'll be okay. But all we need you to do is go out there and play good fielding. You're good to go. And I think shout out to those young bucks out there now field that are just lighting it up. And it all goes back to Topper.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? Is he just displays full-on trust in each and every one of his guys. to your point, yeah, we haven't really had that since Charlie Manuel. We had Ryan Sandberg, who threw his players under the bus.
Yeah.
We had Pete McCannon, who, like, I feel like was a player's manager, but just didn't really have any players to work with.
Yeah.
Not really his fault. But he was never in these positions for that reason. We had Gabe Kapler, who was kind of clueless when he was here, even though, again, I do feel like...
He pulled too soon, though, all the time.
Yeah, I feel like Gabe got the short end of the stick, but also, yeah, he would try to extract too much value out of his players, and in the end, I think it would just rub some of his players the wrong way. And then we had Joe Girardi, who was the Doc Rivers of baseball. Just throws players under the bus and lie to the media all the time and just would never take accountability for anything. So to go from Joe Girardi to Topper, that just like owns his decisions, trusts his players, gives them their props when it's due. It's probably like night and day, and you can see just the way that the team and the players and really coaching staff, fans, front office, everyone responds to it.
Yeah, so that was game one. I mean, game one was huge. Game two, obviously, I think that...
Hold up, the other thing from game one, that double play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Play of the year.
We can't not talk about that. Like, that was a big spot in the game. I think Kerkering had walked whoever he was facing.
I think it was Acuna. He walked on 4 pitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell, like, the adrenaline wasn't there when he came back out for the 8th. And you're thinking, oh, shit, here comes their big boys. Here comes...
Yeah. Top of the lineup coming in.
Yeah, here comes Olsen.
Yep.
I think it was Riley. Here comes Olsen. You're like, oh, shit. But then, sure enough, man, get that double play. I think it was Alvarado. Who induced the double play? Strom?
I think it might have been Strom, yeah.
Yeah, Strom induces the double play. Trey Turner, hell of a play to field that ball.
Yeah.
Flip it to Stock. Gets a lot of mustard on that throw, man. Then Harper doesn't drop it. I was afraid he was going to drop it.
Yeah. No, I was like butter on bread on that play. But that's a team. Like, they gel when they have a good vibe to them. They know what they got to do. You know what I mean? Hell of a play that way. But to that point with Trey Turner, though, game two.
Yeah, we can move to game two now.
Game two, Trey Turner was a pretty much, again, it's weird that you see Trey Turner do some, not stupid, and again, in the moment when you're watching it, you don't see all the little intricacies, but yes, if the ball hits like the grass to the turf or grass to the dirt, it's hard to tell if it bounces a bad bounce or whatnot, you know what I mean? So I get that, but just kind of either people were just trying too hard to win two. I was happy going into that series to split. I figured we would win one of them. I'm okay with that. Yeah. But the fact that they tried so hard to win that second game to the point where I think that they got unfocused was sad to me. You know what I mean? Like, you have Harper, I get, the base running. I understand that you think he might overshoot it.
It's a hell of a catch.
For sure. You know what I mean? But, like, at the same time, bottom of the ninth, or top of the ninth, you got to figure out, like, you got to know where you're at in the game. They came back. They got the momentum. Just relax real quick. Settle down. No sense in turning a double play into that. Trey Turner, same thing. Hitting the grass. You can't have
He had 2 errors in that game.
You can't have that.
Yeah, he had one just a ground ball that he kind of flubbed.
Yeah.
You can't do that fucking sexy slide every time a ball comes to you. Like, you got to be able to, like, square up a little bit here and there. But, that's all right. I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, it was blowing that second game was super frustrating, but at the same time, it was kind of just like, we won the game we were supposed to lose and lost the game we were supposed to win. It's basically how it went. We still got the split.
Same way it went last year.
Yeah. We somehow squeaked out a win against Strider in game one. And then, I mean, it was, still, I mean, like, I'm feeling good now that we're up 2-1, but, like, damn, like, I still
we
really
should
hate
have had that game, too, though.
All those people left on base, I mean, Free just did not look good at all.
No.
We had several base runners on, just could not knock them home.
11 men left on base.
Yeah, that's
a killer.
That was depressing right there. You know what I mean? Like, you had a chance to seal the deal and at least get, if you could.
And it's not even like, I mean, I don't even like really put that on like the bullpen blowing it or whatever. It's just like, it's the Braves. They have a juggernaut offense.
Yeah.
Like, you can't count on like scoring 4 runs and thinking you're going to win.
Right.
You also can't give them free outs like we did either.
Right.
Yeah, I think my biggest takeaway from game 2 was just we had a chance to step on their throat. Like, there were times during that game when we were up 4-0, where, like, the Braves players and, like, even Snicker, like, their body language is just like, oh, we're gonna lose. This is it. They're taking it to us. You know, whatever it's called, Truist Park, sounded like a morgue, man. It sounded like a goddamn funeral. The fans weren't in it. No one was into it. That was our chance to really just stomp on them. Then I think it was the first inning. Yeah, it was the first inning. Stott hit a roller with 2 men in scoring position. And I'm like, oh, man, we missed an opportunity to really just take it to them. We could have broken them right there. Granted, we did get a few more runs.
I mean, they had people up in their bullpen in the first inning. Like, we could have, like, knocked their starter out in the first inning if we had strung a couple more hits together.
And then just the way that it ended was just such a shock because Castellanos hits that ball. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, is this
we about to take the lead?
Yeah.
Michael Harris makes an incredible catch. I can't be too mad at Harper.
I don't really think it was that bad of
It's a tricky... That's what we were saying earlier. Like, it's a tricky kind of dynamic where, like, you know, you obviously know where his head's at during the play, but, like, looking back at it now, it's easy to say that, like, oh, I wish he took that back. But, like, yeah.
It's just, like, one of those things where it's like, Bryce Harper is a very aggressive base runner. We all know that. Yeah. And it's like, that's going to burn him sometimes. A lot of times it's going to get you runs that you weren't going to get otherwise.
Yeah.
It's just like,
you play to win the game. And you played to win the game.
Yeah,
in that play,
I agree.
You know?
Like, it's like if you I mean, if you're playing the odds in your head, it's like, okay, like, if he doesn't, like, go for it there and, just kind of plays it safe, then it's like, okay, we have a runner on first and 2 outs now.
Yeah, he played for the highlight reel.
Probably not going to score. Like, the odds are you're probably not going to score. Like, if you have seen a deep ball going out to the wall, you go for it.
Yeah.
I don't really fault him for it. It's like, it's unfortunate. It's kind of an embarrassing way to end the game, but, like, I don't really fault him for that.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think if we're over game 2, I think that it's a good transition for game 3, which was tonight.
Yeah.
Which I feel like, you know what, for sure, he does that, and that's a great play, I think, from a Philadelphia fan base where you're like, you know what, I get it. You play to win a game. It's intense. You love to see it. It's unfortunate that it happened that way. But then they go back to the locker room.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Someone starts chirping. Orlando Arcia.
Arcia starts saying, attaboy Harper, way to go. You know what I mean? And then, boom, it gets out there. And today they show up before the game. They're wearing their Colorado primetime. You know what I mean? All the shirts coming up in that. And then today, Bryce Harper hits not 1, but 2 dingers. You kidding me? And stares him down both times. Oh, that was like...
Yeah, that's up there with the AI step over Tron Lue in 2001, man. Just as an iconic moment.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like even if something like that, like, didn't actually happen, they should just, like, manufacture that. Like, after a bad loss like that, like, they just, like... One of the Phillies players should just, like, walk up to Bryce during the locker room and be like, yo, Matt Olson said you got a small dick. Did you fucking hear him say that shit? Did you hear him say about you got a small dick? Just like...
Yeah, start some more beef, man.
just like implant those things in his head. Just manufacture them.
Yeah, like, we always come at the NBA for being too dramatic. But the NBA is really good at this manufactured just drama and beef. Like, I want to see that more in other sports. And, like... Who knows? Maybe we start to get it. Like, I made the point to you guys when we were watching the game. Like, you don't usually see a stare down like what Harper did to Arcia in any other sport except the NBA.
Twice did that happen too?
It's like, bring back more of the flair in baseball. And even Jimmy Rollins was saying on the post game, he's like, yeah, man, we needed that. We need these teams to hate each other.
Yeah.
It's like, bring back baseball, that,
man.
Competitive edge that
I mean, someone pointed out that today was also the anniversary of the Pedro Martinez like decking Don Zimmer.
Oh man,
like we need that kind of spiciness,
Yeah, shout out Pedro, man, he's a goat.
Pedro rules.
I will say though too, like with the Phillies and Braves too, like it is and the fact that they won the division in our own home stadium too, CBP.
Yeah.
You know, all that shit. Like they don't not think about that. And then you get the more locker room banter with that shit, and Bryce Harper goes off, hits not one but two, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, stares him down both times. The first one was a fucking absolute moonshot.
Oh my god, yeah.
Come on, Castellanos hits 2.
Yeah, Castellanos' second one was a bomb too, like 449
We tied the
feet.
whole. Harper has the most home runs ever in an NLDS series. Then we tied the whole MLB for home runs.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah,
wild.
in a game. Come on now, they're ready, they're locked and loaded.
Yo, what I will say, like, I don't know about y'all, but I was nervous coming into this game. How'd y'all feel?
Big
Yeah,
time. I was scared. I was
With
sweating
Nola
all
It
day.
was like you
pitching.
had to win. We had to win. It was like,
Yeah.
I mean, because as much as like, I mean, I'm feeling good about tomorrow. I think we definitely can beat Strider. But like, if we were backs against the wall, it's like I would be thinking like, we squeaked by him once. We're not going to do it again. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that they had to have this game, and like, I hope to fucking God they don't have to go 5. But, it is their ace. It is, we got by him once. I'm not scared of him, but he is a really fucking good pitcher. So, like, I'm super relieved that we got this win. If they had lost this game, I think we would have been talking about how this is pretty much over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm glad that we won. I don't know that if we had lost, if it would have been over, right?
Well, I guess because you just need to get that one, and then you got Wheeler on game 5.
Right,
So
against Freed with his fucking blister.
right, yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
like, we had him on the ropes. We let him off the ropes. With that blister, it's going to take more than a few days for that to fully heal.
He said he was fine today, though, too. To be honest.
I
He had
don't know,
reports come
man.
out,
He couldn't locate. The only thing he could locate worth a damn was his curveball. His
Don't even
fastball
get me
was all
started
over
with
the
a fucking
place.
finger, though, in baseball. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, your boy, Derek Hall.
We don't have
dude.
time. We don't have
Yeah.
time. No time for fingers here.
No, we ain't got no time for this bullshit. You kidding me? Well, the lace sits right on the blister and it could burst. Fuck that shit. You get paid millions of bucks to throw a fucking baseball your whole life. You're okay. You sack it
Yeah.
up. You'll be all right.
I want to see them hands bleed.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I do
You know
want
what
to
I
see
mean?
that. Well,
Come on
hopefully we
now.
don't see Freed, because hopefully we beat them tomorrow with
Yeah.
Strider.
I hope we do. We fucking own his ass.
Nah,
I don't give
I
a
hope
shit.
we win tomorrow with Strider's much ass on the mound.
I mean,
I'm
he was
fine with
the
that.
guy who was saying all that shit about how like there shouldn't even be fans in this, which like I
Right.
think that was just him like fucking around, but still,
And
like
I
Pedro.
mean, there might as well not be fans in Atlanta. They don't do shit
yeah,
there.
but Pedro did say that
I was driving me crazy how they kept showing like replays of that last play from game 2 and being like, oh, you see how loud it is here? Like, wow, like Truist Park's got to go. It's not just CP. I was like, dude, that's the only fucking play of the game that they were doing that for. Like,
in
it's
the
not,
ninth inning.
like in CP, it's like at the whole fucking
Dude.
game.
I've been to Sixers preseason games that are louder than that. Miss
Yeah.
me with that.
Yeah, it's
Miss me
whatever.
with that.
The other thing I wanted to bring up, this is like, but like this whole narrative that's been going on with the NLDS about how the playoff format is causing all these upsets and
That's
stuff.
bullshit.
It's so ridiculous. I don't like.
Soft ass teams.
Yeah, and it's
Soft
like
ass teams.
I mean, it's like everyone just forgot what playoff baseball is, and now they're blaming it on like the format or something. It's like they're top teams get upset all the time in
Look at
baseball
the
playoffs.
2011 Phillies.
Yeah, or like the fucking what was it? The 2001 Mariners who like set the record. They had like
Yeah.
126 wins or something shit like that. Those Oakland A teams in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
They never went anywhere. 2011 Philly. Like, yeah, nothing is guaranteed. It's baseball. Nothing is guaranteed. Is who's hot at the right time. And now because they have this new playoff format, they're just like blaming this on the format. And it's like, buddy, have you watched playoff baseball for the last like 20 years
the
or whatever?
thing.
It's ridiculous.
I don't think a lot of people have. Like, baseball viewership was up this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, shortening games, eliminating the shift, making the bases larger, making it more of an inviting game, more of an entertaining game. It's brought in a lot of new fans, which is great. But I do think some people are acting like, oh, high and mighty. They've been here before. They know what the game is. They don't know what the game is.
Yeah. Like, these aren't like, it's not basketball. It's not like,
At the same time, though, like I don't think that
best
like,
team doesn't always win.
I also don't think that a top seed is as warranted as it is in any other league that is in baseball, right? Like I think that maybe there is a chance that Topper also is again on top of things where, he lets his team slide a little bit, maybe dip in the standings here and there, and have to chase that wild card or that playoff spot. If you come in all season riding high, you win. Think about it. The Dodgers have won 100-plus games for the last 4 years, and they haven't made it to the NLCS at all.
Dude, talk about a fraud-ass
So, like,
team, man.
But my point, though, is that like, you
team.
have them doing that. You have the Padres doing that 2 years in a row with 100-plus wins. They made one NLCS. The Braves doing it again last year. Couldn't get to the NLCS. The Phillies and most teams that get to the World Series aren't a 100-win team.
It's why they introduced the wild card format.
Right, but I think that that's another thing of like Topper being like, listen, like, let's get into a slump. If you guys want to get in a slump right now, fuck it, go for it. Play like shit.
I don't know if he's telling them that.
Maybe listen, maybe. Hey,
Trey, go commit 25 errors this year. Go be the worst defensive shortstop in baseball.
You know what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, though. Like he's,
But no, it's all about getting in.
There's no need
and it's all about facing adversity.
But there's no need for a course correction in fucking May or April. You could just relax, let them play it out. We'll get to the playoffs when we do get to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, remember the way the season began? How everyone was talking about the fucking Rays.
Oh
yeah.
Remember the season like 10-0, and
haven't seen that fucking opening up though against Texas. We saw that shit.
Texas scares me. If should we advance and they advance, either team in the AL between them, Houston, I'm pretty scared about. But we got to get there first.
They had Texas up there. They had George Bush in the fucking Sandlot thing, whatever it is, and both our stars went down. Not one, but two.
It would be pretty brutal to lose to both the Texas teams.
Well, no, let's not get ahead of ourselves
fuck that.
here.
Like we still got another game and then a whole other series for any of that stuff, but.
So, do y'all think we're going to win tomorrow?
Fuck yeah.
I'm feeling good.
Tomorrow being Thursday.
Time out now. Raise your hand if you're worried about scoring too many runs tonight.
I'm for a little bit.
Worried
yes,
about
a little bit.
Pitch ass motherfuckers over here.
They've
pitch
done it all year.
No.
Dude,
they explode and then get shut out the next way. Yeah.
But
I will do a shot tomorrow when I land in Hawaii if we don't win this game.
Oh, I'll do a shot too. It'll be out of depression. But if we win, it's going to be a couple shots of 99 bananas.
It's game over. The fact that you're playing against a guy in Strider that said, all right, if you could change one rule in baseball, we just you said eliminate the fans. As an Atlanta fan, you should be embarrassed for that shit. And B, as a Philly fan, you should be even more like, well, buckle up, dickhead.
I mean, even if that is just kind of a trolly, jokey thing, what a lame thing.
Right.
Could you imagine if anyone on the Phillies was making a joke like that?
No,
what the fuck?
We would tell them not to come back to the team, dude.
That's such a weird...
They'd be dead.
What a weirdo.
We'd order 10 party buses and drive that asshole to the airport.
What a weirdo.
We'd stick him in a submarine and send him to the bottom of the ocean,
We would find out where he lived, find out where his parents live, and then tailgate out from their parents' house and party all night long. That's what we would do. That's what I would do.
You can't have that mentality.
Yeah.
Get rid of the fans. This bitch ass is going to go down tomorrow. Are you kidding me? Against this lineup, Harper is locked the fuck in.
Yeah,
Every time Harper hit a home run.
Harper smashed a dinger off him in game one.
Harper hit he hit a dinger in game one, 2 dingers tonight. Every time they pan back to him in the dugout, locked in. Castellanos came up to him after hitting the second home run, unfazed.
Yeah.
He's like, let's get through this game. Let's get through this shit. We ain't worried about them.
Yeah, so my take on tomorrow is, I think we're going to get to Strider. He ain't invincible. You seen him getting all worked up at the umping game, too.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, show some goddamn
he's composure.
He's a little emotional.
He can get rattled.
Act like you've been there before.
Yeah.
So I think, and we saw it last year. Granted, he was kind of injured. He had that oblique strain.
Yeah, he hadn't pitched in a while.
last year.
Yeah.
Bitch.
We seen it last year. He gets rattled by our crowd.
Also, don't fool us with the whole fucking, we know you're a mustache motherfucker. Don't fool us with the whole little fake beard behind that shit. You're still a fucking pussy. Fuck that shit.
He ain't
nice
cool.
Mustache pussy. Fuck this guy.
Yeah,
He's done.
I think we get to him. I think Harper goes yard again. A 2-run bomb. I think Ranger pitches well his first time or two through the order. Then we just see Topper just managing the hell out of the game.
Yeah, and they get to save some of their good arms tonight. Alvarado didn't need to pitch tonight.
Kimbrel
didn't need to pitch tonight. Yeah, Cousin Jeff.
Yeah,
I think Schwarber starts it off at a home run.
That'd be great. He needs to get off the schneid a little bit.
I think he starts it off with a home run, first inning, bang.
Yeah, he hasn't been great this series. It just seems like he's getting on top of the ball too much, just pounding the ball into the ground, you know?
Yeah, or he's just out in front too much. It was kind of a combination.
Yeah. Well, you can see it with like where Nola changed up in the postseason, where regular season he was looking to the right a lot at the other pitch. And Trevor and I were saying that before the podcast, where like he was looking to the right to the pitch clock. But if he looks to the left, more toward the Phillies dugout, then he squares up more and he finds the strike zone better.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that.
They said that on the broadcast.
Well, I think maybe people pitching to Schwarber have realized, like, all right, well, he ain't getting on base anyway. And if he does, he's not a threat, so, like, it doesn't matter. Where he's definitely, to your point, topping the ball off a lot more. But I think it's because pitchers are pitching him a little bit differently than he's used to seeing.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see what Strider does tomorrow, but
I wouldn't say Schwarber's not a threat. He got us a free taco last year when he stole a base in the World Series, and we've been running on the Braves a lot. Game 1,
definitely 5
stolen bases, dude. Game 2, we ran. They don't do a good job with the running game.
I'm not
Strider
saying,
especially.
I'm not saying that that the Braves are inept to stolen bases. I'm just saying that Schwarber, like, if you want to contain Schwarber, put him on base. Let him get a double. Let him get a single. Like, he ain't gonna steal. He ain't gonna, like, if he does.
I think Schwarber gets a stolen base before the playoffs are done.
My point though is that like it's a more elongated run.
It's better than having him hit a dinger, I suppose. But yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Because if you let him start off the game with a dinger,
that crowd's
that's all I'm saying.
It's game over.
Yeah, you'd rather him get a double or a single. Like, okay, figure it out. That's all.
Yeah, but anyway, I think we win tomorrow 7-4. Yes. I have 7-5 written down. 7-4. I changed my mind. I think we win 7-4. Harper goes yard. Bullpen does its thing. I think Suarez does give up a couple runs, but it doesn't even matter, man. We're at home. We're gonna get in Strider's mustache, little head, and I don't know. The Braves' body language toward the end of that game didn't really indicate that they think they have much of a chance against them.
I got no vibes, man.
I'm gonna say 4-3.
That was what I was gonna say. 4-3.
Yeah, 4.
I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be uncomfortable.
Close, I might shit myself.
An ugly bullpen.
I think it's gonna be like like game 1 where it was like we did the job, but it was fucking excruciating.
I think our crowd gives us a lift.
I think that we get a lot of solo home run shots, and I think that they get a lot of sloppy play by our defense. I think it's gonna be a lot of like a single home run from Schwarber. Maybe JT will hit one, whoever else, but I think it's going to be a lot of like single shots and then sloppy base running, like sloppy play for our defense.
Shit.
I think it's a small ball game.
I can't take another game like that, dude.
It's going to happen.
Red October is, I've aged 5 years.
Yeah, it's rough,
I told you all the other day, I gained 3 pounds.
Yeah.
I was losing weight, dude.
They can see them titties. No, I'm kidding.
I kept losing weight, man. Red October, I've been drinking almost every day. I've been eating like shit more. I've still been working out, but it doesn't even matter. I've been all anxious during the games, eating popcorn, chocolate, bags of potato chips.
Stress eating.
Damn, don't come in with a good time.
Dude,
Relax.
It's been a lot, man. So I'm going to have to do that again tomorrow?
Definitely.
Oh.
And it's only, what's today, Wednesday?
Tomorrow's Thursday.
All right. What did
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll deal with it.
But I think then beyond that, well, you said what? 7 to what?
I said 7-5.
I said 4.
Maybe both are 4-3.
5 to 4.
Or I said
4-3. Whatever fucking thing is. Yeah. Same thing. Well, I think beyond that, then the Phillies are wrapped up.
Nah, not yet. I want to throw some shade at the Braves fans. Throwing bottles on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Cans and bottles.
These trash-ass fans.
People disrespect us.
Yeah.
I said us.
Yeah, but
I almost got kicked out of an Eagles game, too, before now. Don't get that twisted. You should have been
almost doesn't count, though.
You should have been at Monster Jam when I blacked out. I threw up in the parking lot after eating a rotisserie chicken. You should have been there.
That was
the original rotisserie chicken guy.
Yep, that's me, man. I was the rotisserie chicken guy before that man was eating them on Walmart's pier.
1 down, 39 to go.
I didn't eat 39. I ate 1 and puked it all up at the tailgate for Monster Jam. But that's neither here nor there. They're making a big deal about us throwing snowballs at Santa in 1967, when most Philly sports, I shouldn't say most, but a good chunk of us weren't even alive.
I would say most. I think
Even
of the
fewer
active,
of us were at that game. Like, our parents weren't there. It's like your dad might have been there.
Yeah. But I will say it comes down to an entitlement of fan base, right? Where you come into a postseason game, you think that, like, we're the best, and you are, historically, the best hitting team in the history of baseball. You know what I mean? You got a great stud pitching the game, and your first game that you see. Also, shout out to them ugly-ass, bitch-ass fans in Atlanta. You guys look like fucking shit anyway. Sitting out there with your little fucking polo shirts or whatever else you get on there. Look at a bunch of dickheads out there. Not chanting for shit.
Yeah.
It ain't loud. Half
The
them
fucking
seats,
tiki torch guys.
half them seats behind
my
home plate
God.
were all empty anyway.
What about
all,
those people in right field sitting there like they're in a college course?
Yeah, fuck them too. It's
In the chop house or whatever?
This ain't Rush Week. Also, the fact that your first fucking game was on Indigenous Peoples Day and your main chant is the fucking tomahawk and you got smoked, that was just pure creme de la creme irony right there. I love that shit.
Yeah, they're despicable
Fuck
people,
that.
man.
And then you throw trash on the field.
Yeah.
All because of a catcher's interference call, which was the right call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did hit the glove.
You saw your very own catcher.
Did not argue at all.
Yeah,
You knew
didn't
it. Yeah,
argue.
you knew it.
JT Realmuto, who's also catcher, knew right away. Even your damn manager said, yeah, JT Realmuto's the real deal. He wouldn't lie about a play. As soon as he went to first, I knew that was the right call. And here you guys are throwing Coors Light cans on the field. First of all,
Michelob Ultras.
nah,
to be
I
honest.
seen on the broadcast it was
Yeah,
Coors
well,
Lights.
That's your first mistake.
First of all, drink a Miller Lite. Shout out Miller Lite. Let us get that endorsement.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
It's like,
Union
but yeah.
beer.
And second of all, don't do that. You're gonna lose a game every now and again. Get a grip.
Also, that's a waste of, as true Philadelphia fans, we know that if you're going to throw a beer on the field, throw an empty can because that's $15 out your pocket. Finish it first, then throw the can on the field. They were throwing full-ass beer cans on that field.
That was just the dumbest thing ever.
You know what? Pathetic. Pathetic fan base, pathetic fucking city from a sports-wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Your
there's
football
stadium's
team
not even
sucks.
in Atlanta.
That's what I
anymore.
was gonna say.
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying.
One of my friends called it White Flight Stadium.
Yeah.
It's like pretty much what it is.
It's a bullshit fucking sports
the Cobb
city.
County Braves.
It's such a fraud sports city from, honestly, up and down the fucking thing. What
Yeah,
are we
every
talking about?
sport, really,
Yeah.
now that I think about it.
Bitch ass.
They had to move their hockey team to Winnipeg.
Right.
Damn.
Which is a flex in itself for Canada. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit. You tried to expand, couldn't do it, had to get out of there.
Yeah.
Fuck the Braves, fuck Atlanta for now. I like Atlanta, but your sports city and your sports fans,
Yeah,
Suck a dick.
you blew it against Tom Brady.
yeah.
Yeah. The only good thing we got from Georgia is Jordan Davis. Who else? Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith.
Yeah, all those guys.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift.
Well, he's a Philly boy. He went to college there, but he's from here.
Still, we'll take a little.
Nah,
we'll take a little second double dip.
They don't get credit for him.
We'll
He's
take
one
a
of
half
us,
dip
dude.
though. We'll take a half dip.
Nah, he's a Philly boy.
He's,
That's true.
whatever. What is the school he went to here?
St. Joe's Prep.
St. Joe's Prep.
Man,
He's a
fuck
St.
the
Joe's
prep
Prep
though.
guy.
I will
Georgia
say,
guy.
fuck the prep. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, he's
We
a
don't
Philly
need to get into
guy.
that.
But I guess that's a good segue. Do we want to talk about Sixers and Flyers real quick?
I mean, there's not really too much to talk about the Flyers. Their
Season starts tomorrow.
season starts tomorrow.
I won't even be watching.
No one
the
will be
game
watching the
'cause
game.
you guys
No.
will be watching
These are
the
Nah,
But
Phillies.
hey, good for them. They start
for
tomorrow.
them.
All right, it's October.
The team still
it's orange.
exists.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited
they got-
for this year.
I'll definitely be
Well,
watching a
what?
lot more than last year. I mean,
Yeah.
I barely watched them last year because it was just a directionless
I can
franchise.
I
But at
can
least
count
then, now they have like some young guys in there. They have like a plan. They have a new.
Coots is back, man.
Yeah, Coots is back. Yeah, I mean,
Carter Hart's back.
Your
Carter
boy.
Hart's still in there. He hasn't been suspended for the year.
Bitch
Yeah.
ass. He's
Yeah, I
probably
don't-
juicing.
I don't think they end up with the worst record in the league. There's some bad teams I was looking.
Yeah, there are some bad teams. I think they'll probably be about what they were last year. I think they could
I think
probably
they're
still get a top 5 pick.
That's what I was going to say. I
Yeah.
think they end up the 5th worst record.
Yeah.
I think
So-
they're gonna be trash this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
They're
that's
gonna be bad,
getting the
but-
5th pick is pretty trash.
No, like trash. Like maybe top 3.
That'd be cool.
They
I'll
might.
take it.
I would love
Yeah.
it.
And I'll
Their
still watch
defense
the
is really
games.
bad. Like they don't really have anyone back there.
I don't know, man.
Well, they got a bunch of goalies, so we'll see
Email
what happens
Andre's
there.
supposed to be looking pretty good. I haven't really watched, but
Yeah, I think they have like some talent. It's just like it takes like the defensive players take a while to adjust to the NHL, like unless they're just like stud prospects. But I don't know.
yeah. All right,
They'll be bad.
Ass.
They're
We
gonna
don't
be
need to-
bad. They might be fun to watch. They'll get a good draft pick. It's about all there is,
I think Tyson Forster and Bobby Brink, I'll be excited to see them.
Yeah, they'll be
'cause
fun to watch.
They'll probably be on the next Good Flyers team in like 3 years, but we don't need to spend too much time on them. Even the Sixers, we can keep it brief.
Yeah, Harden is there.
He's
He's
back.
playing. He's posing for the photos, talking about the
did
good vibes.
I did not see the fat suit though, so he looks.
Nah, man,
Not-
he looks
Yeah.
fit.
I mean, like he's
He don't
clearly
look
just
terrible.
like they. I mean, it's clear that he is under the impression that a deal is coming,
Mhm.
and it's like he can't. The smart thing for him to do is to play and demonstrate. Be on his best behavior so that they can get a deal done. I don't think that this is like Harden being like, all right, I'm all in on the Sixers. Let's
Oh,
do
hell
this,
no.
baby.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
definitely
not
not
what
that.
this is at
He's
all.
being a
but,
good soldier.
but it's just we're just like whatever. That's fine. I mean,
But it's not also being a soldier because if you were, then you'd be committed to season. So don't practice with the ones or all that.
he's committed to the season, just not here.
Yeah, but
yeah.
my
I mean, he's
point
gonna
though
play.
is that
He's
like,
gonna play as well as he can. Just it doesn't like it doesn't like help him get traded by doing the fat suit shit.
Yeah.
I think it hurts us more though that he came into camp or whatever they want to call it in shape because I feel like you can't practice with him, but you can't practice without him. So like, it's a tricky situation that way. Where like, if I know that my number 2 guy right now, Embiid's your number 1 guy, obviously. You got Harden coming in now, looking decently in shape, surprisingly, but doesn't want to commit to the team. So like, you practice games and you practice stuff, but you can't quite you know what I mean? Like, it puts you in a tough position to be able to like actually work on the season ahead for scheming plays, for drawing up things, for situational basketball. Like, yeah, sure, he might want to look good for the film and look good for being traded option and things like that. That's fine. But like, as a new head coach for a new team, how do you deal with that? I don't know how you deal with that in a positive way.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It kind of impedes their ability to really run the team and like run a culture after he leaves.
That's like prepare for the team that they're actually going to have.
Right,
Yeah.
and I think for Embiid has to be furious right now because unless you're getting Harden on the mindset of, hey, give me 1 more year, and he's planting the seed that way, you're doomed for a just hard. I mean, Embiid might as well be gone at the end of this year.
I don't know if I quite see.
It's a tricky situation.
I don't know if I quite see it that way. Like, let me see what I have written down here. So the Clippers, the initial offer that the Clippers gave in this trade for Harden, according to like Adrian Wojnarowski and Shams Charania, who like know like these NBA insiders who get paid a lot of money to just be nosy as shit. But the Clippers originally offered a first round pick swap, and expiring contracts, which is probably like Marcus Morris Sr., Norm Powell, and like some just like old veteran guys for Harden. And the Sixers said no. So the Sixers, I guess their rebuttal was, we want a lot more first round picks. So the Clippers are trying to find a partner that will give them first round picks for these, whatever they want to offer, to then come back to the Sixers and trade for Harden. So if Embiid's seeing that, he's still under contract for like 3 or 4 more years. If he sees that the Sixers are acquiring these first round picks to say, flip him for, I don't know what star is going to be disgruntled and be available, I don't know if he gets that pissed off. This season, it's going to be kind of weird because it's going to be him and Maxey running the show like it was a couple years ago. But I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. I think they're still a top 3 or 4 seed in the East. And
3?
who's
I mean, after
definitively
Boston and
better?
Milwaukee, who else is there?
Cleveland's kind of up there. The Knicks, maybe. Miami got pretty, like, screwed over this offseason. I don't think Miami's up there. So, like, they're still a top 3 seed, and I think Embiid sees that, and he even said himself, dude, if I'm on the team, we always have a chance to win. He's got to stay healthy in the playoffs first, but yeah, I mean, Giannis is injury prone, Dame's old, Jaylen Brown can't dribble, Kristaps Porzingis is injury prone. So, like, do I think the Sixers are gonna win? Hell no. But Embiid kind of has to look at it as just like, I'm the best player in the league, even though he isn't, but he has to assume that he is and say, okay, yeah, we have a chance. I don't know if he gets that disgruntled over this, is my point.
Yeah, I don't really buy like into the whole like doomer, Embiid's going to ask for a trade this year or any of that stuff. Like everything that he said does not really seem to indicate that. I don't know. It'll just be like kind of a weird year.
I think it'll be kind of fun.
Yeah,
once Harden leaves, I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to what Nick Nurse does with the team. Like we've been through like 3 years of seeing like the very like sluggish, boring Doc Rivers team, and
you got a Doc.
I don't know what he would be talking about.
That can aggravate your hernia.
Yeah, that's true. It might, but yeah, I don't even know what he'd be talking about at this point. Fucking.
I just, it's a turn of events from beginning of the season on the podcast. You guys were all, couldn't even. I get it, a tough playoff loss. I get this and that, but don't be acting like now you're all like, yeah, top 3, all this and that. I kept receipts. You guys were all out on the Sixers. No,
we got 30 episodes to suggest we said otherwise.
Hey, I'm just saying you would call me out my saying bullshit for the birds, and I'm just saying I'm calling you out right now that,
just cautiously optimistic here.
That is a big step from what we had 4 or 5 months ago. That's all I'm saying,
I mean, I did think it was going to be a shit show, and it still very well could be, but...
The Harden shows up in shape, and now we're like, well, top 3 team in the East,
no,
you know what I mean?
I don't think...
That's all, hey,
here's what I'm going to say. I don't think they're a top three team in the East because he plays. I think they trade him, but they're a top 3 team in the East because Embiid wins regular season games. I think it'll be fun.
I don't think it comes out to Embiid this year. I think it's more of like they're just a scrappy... They're going to be
You think it's the other guys?
Yeah, I think that
I
there's
do
a
think
reason
Maxey
why...
looks good, yeah.
There's a reason why they brought in all these other cats in this team, and they got a new head coach, and like... I'm more intrigued. I'm over the whole Harden and Embiid, romance. I want to see how Embiid and these other young guys with a new head coach kind of move on and see what they do. I think it could be exciting, you know? And that's what I'm intrigued by. I really have no faith at all in Harden as a player, whether he's with us or without. I think his only value to the team is trade value. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he really
I don't think he produces anything for us, even if he stays here.
I think he
I would rather be proven wrong. But that's where my headset is right now.
Oh, I don't think he's... my honest opinion is he's gone by January. But, like, at the same time, I think for the time that he is here, they'll be alright. Like, But then I think what happens is once he leaves, you start to see Maxey really take that next step. You start to see Tobias, for whatever he's worth, kind of do his thing for a little bit. And you kind of see...
Paul.
Yeah, you kind of see, like, the b-ball pause. You see Nick Nurse's scheming and his coaching really kind of push this team to where they can be a 3 seed. Again.
Oubre. I mean, there's a lot of young, exciting talent on this team that could potentially blossom into something good. Or great, but I think that having a fresh head coach, fresh team, that's what you got to look forward to. Potential picks coming in, potential other moves to make. There's a big offseason after this year of a lot of other hot all-stars and perennial players.
That's what I think it is, fold. Yeah.
And, I mean, what's it called for saying that all year?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think ultimately, I'm kind of excited to see what Nick Nurse does. I think he's a much better coach than Doc Rivers, even if he won my first pick. And that alone should give us some excitement. I'm also just kind of excited to see NBA basketball.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So should we talk a little bit about those birds?
Yeah. How about it?
Here?
Just a little bit.
Great win. They looked great. I mean, probably there's still some problems, some issues, but Most complete, yeah. The defense looked great. I think this is the best that Jalen Hurts has looked all year. His running like the run game from him that's missing all year. We finally saw it. Like he was, getting like extra yards, running the ball. These plays where he's running the ball, you think like, oh, he's gonna get like tackled here, and just gets like 5 more yards or whatever. We finally started seeing some of that dynamic play from him. Dallas Goedert got into the game. He has a huge game. AJ Brown has another big game. Yeah, and like, so far this year, like Matthew Stafford's been pretty good. The Rams have been like surprisingly pretty good, and they came out, and while like wasn't like a hugely lopsided score, but I would say they did really dominate them, like especially in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams had like 250 yards of total offense. We had well over 400.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of the Rams' offense was in that first half. I don't think they got over midfield in the second half.
85 yards in the second half.
Yeah, they were
really shut them down.
Total yards the offense, second half 85.
Which is another testament to, Desai being able to adjust, getting like the fact that they're able to put up a much better defensive performance in the second half, which is something that you do not see from Gannon.
Oh God, no! Gannon would have gotten torched for like 400 yards in this game.
Yeah,
definitely.
Because that was like the exact thing. It was like, obviously Stafford's like getting older or whatever, but he's still like, a very competent quarterback, still pretty good.
What I think too, that like I was nervous for the fact that it was Cooper Kupp's first game back too, and he was fully,
he was shredding us the first half.
Yeah, first quarter, really, first drive. I mean, it was Goddard versus Cooper Kupp. That's what it came down to. I mean, we like Goddard. Goddard was his first breakout game. He had damn near 50 yards in the first drive and a touchdown. And then their first drive was, okay, well, here's Cooper Kupp then. Like, all right, what's our next move? Next drive, Goddard again was killing it and did a great job and all that. But I think that, first half, interesting for the Birds defensively and offensively for sure, but at the same time, this team thrives off of ugly play, and I think that Hurts has been saying it week over week of like, we're trying to find our identity yet, like we don't know what we are, like do we want to run the ball a lot, do we want to pass the ball a lot, and we have the run game slipped in the last week or so, but back-to-back games, Jalen Hurts with 300 plus passing yards, 2 touchdowns. A random pick in the corner of the end zone, but essentially might as well be a punt. Like, it's no big deal.
It was also, again, a hell of a play by the cornerback.
Yeah,
exactly. And I think that Hurts is really... I have not been worried about Hurts at all this year. It's been the longest season they've ever had as a team based off of Super Bowl, and then off season's quick. Everything's kind of showing up really fast. NFC is a tough division, or tough conference. You got San Fran on the other coast, 5-0 as well. But I think that the defense was the biggest thing for me in terms of okay, we're here now. Because I feel like every other game has been, you let Mac Jones throw 300 plus yards. You let fucking Howell throw 300 plus yards, But Stafford, to keep him under 300 and to show up and actually shut a team down in the second half is huge. Under 90 yards in the second half.
Yeah, so what I think happened was... 2 things is they adjusted their coverages. We saw a lot of Eli Ricks, which I love Eli Ricks. My man was playing his ass off in the preseason, right? But yeah, we saw a lot of Eli Ricks and Mario Goodrich on Cooper Kupp in this slot. Yeah. Which I love an Eli Ricks. Jury's still out on Mario Goodrich, but they can't be covering the second, third best receiver in the league with these guys. So then in the second half, we saw Bradley Roby, who we signed right after we recorded last week's episode. This is a veteran cornerback, used to playing nickel, won a Super Bowl with the Saints. They used him a lot more in the second half. Oh, the other shit we seen in the first half, I remember saying this when we were watching the game. We saw linebackers on Cooper Kupp in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell is that? That's like asking me to go stick Devontae Smith. Get the hell out of here with that, dude. So, yeah, I think the defense adjusted. Like, Desai realized, this is a Gannon game plan. I'm going to get shredded in Philly for this. I got to adjust. So he put Roby in the game. He had Reed Blankenship on Cup at times. He held his ground. And, we were able to contain Cup, able to contain Puka. And then that pass rush. Jalen Carter.
Come on now, baby.
I might as well just give you the bottle of whiskey right now. Shit.
So you got 4.5 right now? 3.5?
Man, you keep adding to it. He's got
4.
3.
3.5?
I think it's 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in there, baby. It's game over.
But even aside from him, Brandon Graham had a couple nice pass rushes.
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Josh Sweat. Hassan Reddick had those 2 sacks to end the game.
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick's back, man.
He's already tied.
You're sitting here beefing about fingers. My man had a bum thumb. He's killing it.
All I'm saying, though, is that he didn't bitch about it all fucking the first 3 weeks. He came out there and showed up the next week. Bang, got 2 sacks. He was
That's
out there.
true, yeah.
We didn't put him down the fucking play for Temple again. He was in there playing the game, doing his thing. He said, yeah, now that I got that cast off, I'm a free man. Look at that. Bang, 2 sacks in a row. I respect that. He owned up to that. He was like, yeah, I can't play to my best ability because I got the fucking bum thumb. Meanwhile, come on, don't even bring up his fucking bitch ass name. He's out of this team. Get out of here with that shit.
Not
you kidding me? Come on now, Derek Hall. Get the fuck out of here. No.
Did not think we were gonna have a Derek Hall.
He's had a couple shout outs on this pod, dude.
Yeah, but not from me. Not never.
I don't know if I'd call him shout outs. We've mentioned him.
Derek Hall.
Yeah.
Done.
Honestly, yeah.
One of those
both thumbs gone. But yeah, I think the defense. Only thing I will say that I'm a little worried about the defense is that Darius Slay.
Him and Bradbury are looking a
They were
little
getting
old.
burned
I
a
think
little
he's
bit,
about
yeah.
to lose that nickname, Big Pace Slay, because he has been looking.
Well, this game was funny because it was like they finally decided that they wanted to get Bradbury back outside.
And then Puka burned him on that touchdown.
Well, yeah, that, and it was also, it was like the one game where you would want him in the slot would be when you're facing the Rams and you have like Cooper Kupp, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, maybe wait one more game to
I wouldn't say
switch it
that,
up and put him
Yeah,
back
I don't know
outside.
if Puka burned
I wouldn't
him.
say that Bradbury got burned. I think that,
He's got to turn his head around on that play, though.
As a person standing upside on the streets of South Philly, drinking a beer, turn around, get the pick, but like, I think that was just a great offensive play. I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
Stafford
honestly,
puts those balls in, like,
it is what it is. They had that good. They got us on that.
I would have liked to have seen him at least turn his head around and like try to swat it.
But it was close enough. I mean, the fact that
it was an impressive throw.
It was not a flag, so he was on him like flies on shit. If he turned around, it would be a perfect defensive play. But I think that is what it is. I think the biggest standout from that game was the defensive front, and PFF ranked the best offensive lines again. Does Aaron Donald still play football?
Our offensive line was balling, dude.
Did you see Aaron Donald at all?
Pet had a good game.
Yeah, shout out Sua, man.
You kidding me?
Every time I looked up, Sua was playing his ass off. He was helping with the silent count. He was blocking Aaron Donald solo.
Yep.
A lot of times he had some help from Kelsey or Lane.
Lane a lot. I think shout out Lane again. I think we have honestly 2.5 Hall of Famers playing right now. I think Jason Kelsey, first ballot. Lane Johnson, Hall of Famer. I also think that eventually Jordan Mailata will be a Hall of Famer because I think that just his whole story, not playing football at all until he came to the NFL.
I think the personality helps with him too.
Yeah. I think that his ability too is doing. He
was on The Masked Singer.
His ability to be able to block guys and create space and push guys ahead. The guy's a phenomenal. You couldn't find 8 other left tackles in the league right now to do what he does.
Nah, to be a 7th round.
The way that he does it.
A 7th round pick that only started playing football like a couple years before he got drafted to be as good as he is, it's pretty prolific.
Lane Johnson was also pushing.
Yo, you saw the one play?
He shoved Aaron Donald across the side of the field.
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron Donald goes to run a stunt towards Lane.
One arm.
Lane just grabs him, just moves him across the entire line of scrimmage. I was like, damn.
One arm. It's like
that was wild, yo.
This offensive line is historic again, and that's why like people bring up the whole fucking like brotherly shove and all this shit.
I was just gonna say one of my favorite parts of this game was at the end of the second half.
They were just spamming it.
At the end of the second half, when it was just like fuck you. We're doing it. We're scoring. We're scoring 6 at the end of this fucking half. Oh man,
Yeah, they spammed it the whole game.
That's all they talk about.
They used it more in that game than I think they have all season.
Yeah.
A lot of short plays.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was great. I mean, I just like the fact that like the more like national media talks about it and gets mad about it, just the more we do it. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. So you guys are threatening to take this away. I guess we're gonna get all that's worth this year.
Yeah,
you know.
Honestly, fuck that guy. What's his name? Wright, Kyle Wright. What's his name?
There's a bunch of people.
There's a lot of people bitching about it.
So many.
Fucking Al Michaels was bitching about it on Thursday Night Football.
Fuck his bitch ass too.
Al Michaels is easy. Okay,
retired, dickhead. Get some new dentures.
Yeah, I am very anti Al Michaels. Like, I think
Michaels always sucking on fucking what's it called? Fuck Al Michaels. I'm not gonna lie. I love your voice and all that shit, but have fun jerking off fucking Chris Collinsworth the whole time. Fuck this shit. Fuck that whole booth.
Yeah. He is the worst. But
get out of here.
He's the
with
best.
I said the worst.
I'm glad you corrected. You course corrected on that one. Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, Al
but
Michaels.
Yeah, dude, it's driving me crazy. People complain about it. It's just like. I feel like the whole the people just started calling it like the tush push or the bloody so or whatever. It's like it used to just be called the QB sneak, and it was a thing that Tom Brady did for 20 years, and no one gave a shit.
So like, what's gonna happen is when they ban it, is the Eagles will just be good at the regular quarterback sneak because they have a great offensive line and a quarterback.
Yeah, the thing is like the whole like the 2 people behind him like pushing like that doesn't really matter that much.
He's usually halfway across the line.
It doesn't matter.
Line of game,
they can take those guys away. It doesn't matter.
If you watch the actual play, 9 times out of 10, they push the other guys near Hurts, not him. They don't ever have to. It's not our fault that no other quarterback in the NFL can squat 600 pounds.
Yeah, and no quarterback has more lower body strength than Hurts.
You have Landon Dickerson to your right. You got Kelsey, Hall of Fame center, to your center. You got Jalen Hurts as an absolute unit. With a fucking monster cock, probably. Just run the ball up,
probably. Ass, that's for damn sure.
You can't help that shit.
Yeah. Well, like, speaking of, like, his lower... Like, there was, like, one... I'm not...
Trevor's about to start talking about how he wishes he had Jalen Hurts' lower body. He wouldn't have a hernia if that was the case.
I would take that in a second.
He started sweating. He's like, speaking of his lower... I mean, speaking of...
You know, speaking of everything from the waist down on Jalen Hurts... And I mean everything. But like there was one of the runs he had. He got like
that.
He got like clocked like from the side and was able to stay on his feet. And it's like no one else would be able to do that.
Dude, he had a couple runs.
Like he had his ability to like stay upright.
The guy with that
while getting hit.
Yeast infection.
Russ Yeast.
Hit him with the fucking leg. He said, "Miss me with that yeast infection. I'm getting that first down," and he did that shit.
Yeah, Hurts was awesome.
He got that fucking tree trunk thighs.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the tush push meme. They just need to run it 10 times or maybe not.
Nick
10.
Wright, that's it.
They need to run it 5 to 7 times every game.
I would love to see them like if there was a game where it was like a blowout. We're up by like 20 points with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and we're just trying to like run out the clock or whatever. I would love to just see them like just start doing it from first and 10. just see if they can just get it.
Sometimes they'll pick up like 4 or 5 yards on it.
They did that last game.
See if they can get a first down doing nothing but that from first and 10.
You know what?
Just get 2.5 yards each time.
Put fucking what's it called? Mariota's bitch ass in there. Let's see what happens. He won't get that shit.
You seen when we tried to run it with Minshew last year,
right?
Yeah.
He lost 2 yards.
Yeah.
My point though is that teams have been trying this all year with the only since we, I guess,
they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah.
You know?
When you're ranked the best O-line 2 years in a row, you got a quarterback that can squat 600 pounds. Teams have been trying it all year. The Giants lost 2 fucking O-linemen last year, 2 weeks ago. Yeah. It's not our fault that you got a bitch-ass roster. We're okay. And if you stop that play, we'll just either run the ball with Swift or we'll throw it to Goddard or A.J. Brown. We're going to score no matter what.
The other thing that drives me crazy about it is that it's like, look, it's a 1 yard play.
Right.
Every team has a bunch of things that they do to get 1 yard on a play like that. And it's like, we just happen to have one play that we like a lot, so we do it all the time.
Right.
a bunch of other teams have like maybe 3 or 4 different plays that they're going to run through to get 1 yard. Like, if you're an NFL team, should not have that much trouble picking up 1 yard when they need to.
Like, it shouldn't be that hard for a defense to scheme against.
Yeah,
like they're making
Washington
it seem.
did a really good job against that shit. Washington stopped it twice.
Well, they cheated. The one they had the ref on their side.
My point though is that like they did.
It is a stoppable play. Though.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. Like if if you can kind of time the snap and you can kind of get your whole defensive front running towards the play at the same time, you have a good chance of stopping it. You just have to make sure that they use their leverage to get under Hurts,
right,
and then just push them back. But
what I see a lot of teams doing, they just like jump over. They're trying to like jump over and like hit him up high. And it's like that's not going to work. The strategy
of this play is that we're going to sneak and go under and just push them. So like you need to try to get lower than us, but for whatever reason, I can sit here and like dissect it and figure it out.
Also, the Trevor's point that like you need 1 yard. Nothing makes me more mad than like when you need 1 yard, and before this was like the biggest deal in the NFL when like a quarterback will line up in like the shotgun position and then running back was to the right. I'm like, well, we're already 5 yards behind. Like we gotta go 5 to get one. Like why are we doing this? Like you have, like you said, we found the golden egg.
Yeah.
And we also have the best team that's built for this shit. Even Sirianni said that shit. He's like, listen, like other teams have tried it. They can't do it. They tried it against us. And we don't have like, we have a really good defensive front, but if it's that, perfect, we shouldn't be able to block it every time either. But we can because we have Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham and Jalen
the defenses
Carter,
aren't doing enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is what it is. Fucking figure it out. Hit the gym.
Yeah. But, I guess the other thing I'll say, too, is I'm excited to see the Eagles run, like, some fakes and counters off of this. We kind of saw in the Tampa Bay game where Hurts tried to roll out. We saw a couple times last year where they would have, like, everyone line up for the formation, then have the running back drop back and start to roll out, then Hurts would pitch it to him.
Yeah.
I'm excited for us to do some counters off of it.
Yeah.
Because then it's just going to make the play that much more unstoppable when we do actually decide to sneak it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that this week, the Trevor's point also is that, like, the fact that you saw Hurts being able to run the ball 75 yards this week, so more formidable and letting him have more set runs, you'll see more now, like a couple different misdirections, now that the defenses have to be aware for that shit. But pumped. Great game, great all-around win. We got the Jets coming up.
Yeah, how we feel?
What are our scores, fellas?
Oof, I haven't thought about the score, but, fuck.
All right, well...
They just had one of their...
Well, let's start...
One of their better offensive linemen go down, too.
So. And A-Chain went down, too.
Well, he's not that's
next week.
Huh? Oh, my bad.
He's on the
I'm thinking you're getting ahead of yourself. My bad.
Yo, what I'll say about the Jets, man, Zach Wilson's looked better. And he's got Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's a stud, man. That's a good receiver.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson's great.
He's really good.
And they have a great defense.
Breece Hall's a beast. I don't think this is going to be that easy of a game.
I don't know. I still think that, their offensive line is just Swiss cheese. I just don't think.
I think that I think that we're gonna have that bottle of whiskey.
Wilson's gonna be running for his life all game.
Hawaii, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You got.
I don't know, man.
You kidding me? I'll make a bet. I will make another bet right now off that bet.
What do you got?
All right. Well, the bet right now is if Carter gets 5 sacks, I get a bottle of whiskey. If he doesn't get 5 sacks in the year, I buy you a bottle of whiskey. He's already at 3.5. By the time I come back to Philly. Yes, I think he'll have the 5 sacks. So I think that I would like an extra, I don't know, A, the bottle of whiskey, and B, we'll do 2 shots. We'll do 2 shots on the podcast.
I was gonna say a pack of edibles, but if you want to do 2 shots on the pod, okay.
We'll just do 2 shots to start the next pod when I first come back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that could very well happen, but I don't know. I am kind of scared for this game. The Jets have been playing well. That defense is pretty good.
Defense is good.
I ain't worried about it.
Quinnen Williams, although we did just get some good practice against Aaron Donald.
Is he Aaron Donald? No.
He's still pretty damn good. He's a different type of rusher.
Is he Jamar? Is he? Come on now. Is he? What's he called from? No.
I think this is going to be a close game. I don't know what the weather looks like. The weather's supposed to be kind of shitty this weekend.
I'm more worried about CJ Mosley. I'm worried about their linebacker
No,
core.
that's the thing. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see
Goddard is going to be a lot. We're
not going to see the QB run game. What do you call it? Snack? Gardner?
Snack?
Sauce?
Snack Gardner?
Damn, he's a snack.
Oh,
damn, what
man.
the fuck?
The snack man.
That
your
bananas is
intrusive
hitting.
thoughts took over.
That bananas is hitting.
He's got the cookies and the crackers and
I
the
think
juicy
sauce-
fruits.
What's that? Dip
Snack.
Gardner?
I think sauces are passing.
Snack Gardner. That's what I'm going to call him from now on.
Hell yeah, he's a whole snack. Yeah.
Yo, I think.
What's up with that? We got buffalo chicken dip. We got Dip Gardner. We got.
Yeah, they're all.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I think Sauce
He's
Gardner.
getting hungry. He's getting hungry.
Yo, I'm about to go.
He says a filet mignon Gardner. What?
What's his name? Is fucking Buffalo Chicken Dip Gardner, I believe.
Yo,
Fuck yeah.
Yo, I'm about to go get a taquito from 7-Eleven. We can just call him Tack Gardner for taquito. But now I think he's going to go our passing game in a little trouble. Their defense is good.
Yeah.
I think we win. Like, don't get it twisted. If Aaron Rodgers was playing, I think when we previewed the season, I said if Aaron Rodgers was playing,
You had it as a loss.
I had it as a loss.
Yeah.
But Zach Wilson, I ain't scared of him. I think we win, but I don't think it's a high-scoring game for us. I think we win, but the Jets cover lines minus 6.5. We win 23-17.
I think we'll win 34-17.
Damn. Okay.
I think this is our full.
Weather's supposed to be kind of bad. I think
it's our full. I think it's our full team breakout game. I think that for the last 5 weeks we kept hearing about the offense put up points, but the defense gave up some other whatever. Like, I think this is the first time where the defense and the offense come together. And they're like, let's just fucking make a statement here. Tired of hearing about San Fran. Tired of hearing about Dallas. Tired of hearing about KC. All these other bullshit ass fucking teams. The Jets could have been a contender if Rodgers was around. Fuck that shit too. The Jets have always been the Jets. They're fucking ass for a reason. You know what I mean? We're the defending NFC champs. It's time to fucking put your big boy pants on and fucking shit on a team that's supposed to be ass.
So 34-17. Okay.
Calling it right now.
I'm going 24-14.
Okay. So I'm the only one that has the Jets covering. I don't know, Mim.
I think we blow them out. Honestly, I think that the Rams O-line was surprising. I think that Stafford's, what's it called? Just being a vet could get the ball out quick. And once...
Zach Wilson's. He's going to
he's like a deer in the headlights.
I think
Brees Hall's going to probably get off for a long run.
Big time.
He's a beast, dude. I think that's where they get 7 of those 17.
I think Brees Hall will for sure be the only factor. I don't think that Garrett Wilson will have a major play at all, to be honest with you, because I think that this defensive front is going to be like, here's our day that we get 5 sacks, 8 sacks. Like, Zach Wilson's a fucking bitch. That guy sucks.
Zach Wilson's
He's
extremely ass, dude.
He's got no tight end help.
Yeah,
he's got one receiver.
He's going to run for his life.
Right.
I think one of those. I think 7 of their points is going to be a garbage time point.
Certainly
garbage
possible.
time touchdown.
Who's more of a bitch, Spencer Strider or Zach Wilson?
Probably Zach Wilson, because he called out his own team. Strider was a bitch because he said that I don't like having fans at the stadium. Zach Wilson said, it's not my fault. If the defense played better, we could have won the game. And I think that's a
See, man, saying you don't want fans at the game is more of a bitch move to me.
It's not. No pitcher ever says if we scored more runs,
who calls out? Who says I don't like having fans cheering for me?
That's a different kind of bitch ass move. But I think that calling, especially in football, saying as a terrible quarterback, he's not like a good quarterback. Saying that we lost the game because my defense did whatever, like that. Come on now,
Trevor, you got to break the tie here.
Wait, what was the question again?
Who's more of a bitch?
Damn, are you even paying attention? Jeez.
Who's more of a bitch?
Christ.
Spencer Strider or Zach Wilson?
It's probably got to be Zach Wilson.
Why? Because his mom's hot?
I don't know. It's like Spencer Strider. Say what you will, but he's at least like he's their fucking ace. He's a very good pitcher.
With a dumbass mustache.
Yeah, but like Zach Wilson is like, I don't know, man.
He talks shit. It's
just
no,
not like there's just nothing to
there's no
him.
weight behind it.
There's no.
And you called out your own team. Your own team had a mutiny against you. They were like, "Yeah, give me fucking Matt White, whatever the fucking guy's name was."
He's still a QB though.
Well, they weren't crying like T.O. was. That's my quarterback. Ain't nobody doing that shit for Zach Wilson.
It is weird that they've kept him that. Even though
I mean, that's on
the
the front office. That's not his. I don't think that's not him like proving himself as a quarterback. That's just the front office being content with like, okay, we're not going to win this year, so we're not going to waste, our assets on acquiring like. We're not going to trade for like Kirk Cousins or whatever, so that we can lose in the wild card round or whatever.
I think that's what eventually happens.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, the Vikings aren't going anywhere.
How funny would it be if the Vikings, if the Jets trade Dalvin Cook for Kirk Cousins? that would be fucking hysterical.
That would roll.
They're like, all right,
love that.
We're not far from some shit like that.
You could take it back, and we'll take fucking. The guy that was like, yeah, my receivers like to catch footballs when they eat KFC. It's like, what? Why would you do that?
I would say I would love to see season 2 of Quarterback, where it's Kirk Cousins, just navigating like New York City, like taking the New York subway.
Oh, could you imagine him, dude?
They pooped on my favorite hoodie.
Just Kirk Cousins passing by some like crackhead, like pissing on the. Just like just pissing on the L train or whatever the fuck.
While wearing an adult diaper. You're like, what the fuck is going on over here?
Yeah, Kirk goes, oh, golly.
Oh, gee Whittakers.
Oh, gee. Can I call an ambulance for you, sir?
No, he would pray for them. He'd be like, I was going to pray for this guy over here.
He'll sit down and start saying the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
Well, some guys like threatening to stab him or whatever.
He'd be like, wow, I've talked
to that would be hilarious, dude. He would not live in New York City. He'd live in a Jersey
Oh, yeah,
suburb.
no, he'd be like a fucking Aaron Rodgers ass fucking in Montclair, New Jersey.
Yo, Montclair's all right, though. I like a Montclair.
Yeah, it's fine. Fucking, yeah, I see, like Aaron Rodgers, he's like, he's like on the Pat McAfee show like every week.
He's just chilling.
What a loser. What a loser. I'm sorry, man. Like,
yo, how did Pat well, we can save this for another
this
day.
is like a whole other discussion, but it's like,
how did a punter who was kind of ass have his own show and he's like this celebrity?
I don't know. I guess he's just good at what he does. I never watch it.
Philly put him on the fucking map.
Damn. If I
they
have
called
a kid,
him out.
I'm going to raise him to be a punter. And he's going to have his own show and be famous.
Yeah, every time I like see like Aaron Rodgers, like he's like calling into this show every week, and it's like, dude, like this is a 39-year-old man worth millions of dollars who has no family. This man is a fucking loser.
He did just kind of disown himself.
This man is a fucking loser. Like
loser or lone wolf though. He got that
loser.
He's got that Joe Rogan like weird lone wolf.
Well, that
loser.
Joe Rogan.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's got like a weird, like
just a fucking weirdo, energy. Total weirdo. Just like a guy like going through like some kind of weird.
He's a football
midlife
guy,
crisis.
Although I will say, Marshawn Lynch fuck with the guy. If you watch what's it called? Shannon Sharp's like new. It's like a video kind of thing.
Yeah.
His like bar lounge.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I think I saw a clip
Marshawn
from that.
Lynch is like, yeah, fuck with the guy, but he's a weird fucking dude.
He's a football guy. Most football guys are weird, dude.
But he ain't even that good at football either. I mean, MVPs for sure, but like, if we're being real with it though, what have you done?
Don't get me started.
What have you done? Nothing. You won one ring. You had home field advantage in the snow against San Fran.
We'll be here all day if we have this conversation. Because I think, skill-wise, he's way better than Tom Brady.
I used to love Rodgers, and then he got weird real fast.
He is weird. But, I mean, all Tom Brady did was stand in the pocket. Like, Rodgers could do a lot of shit on the run, has a much stronger arm, was way better, like, at manipulating a defense pre-snap. Like, I think the reason why Rodgers only has one Super Bowl is because Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, he's been having his career with Mike McCarthy.
Ass.
Yes.
You can't even argue against that.
He had a championship game too without McCarthy at home.
Yeah, when
against
he's like
San Fran.
38.
It doesn't. MVP though.
Nah,
He was MVP.
It's not an apples to apples
Don't
comparison.
don't
One of
even
these-
don't
yeah,
even
We gotta
try.
say this for another
Don't
episode.
even
One of
try.
these days,
We'll be here
because Dak Prescott's with Mike McCarthy now,
Don't
so
even try.
maybe like 10 years from now, Dak Prescott's going to be calling into Tucker Carlson's show, talking about how the whatever the new disease is fake, and
Then you can't put that
all that
that
other
same
shit.
boat though when you talk shit on Tom Brady being in the
Man.
system, and then you want to blame the system for Aaron Rodgers' downfall. That ain't right. That ain't time out. You can't say that Brady won because of a system. At the same
I'm
time,
not saying he won just because of the system.
Nah, but you brought up Belichick and the system name and that with the Patriots. You can't call that out for that and then say Rodgers' downfall because he had McCarthy when. If Rodgers is
Show
a
me
great
any
quarterback-
time Tom Brady did half of the shit Aaron Rodgers did.
I don't think that's even defensible, to be honest with you, because Brady has.
Tom Brady has no he would just
Avery,
stand in,
we all saw 80 for Brady.
I'm just saying.
We know what Tom Brady.
I guess he can produce a movie now. Okay.
He's got 7 rings.
Oh,
he
well,
left the team. He won a ring with the other team, without. And Bill Belichick hasn't done. You can't. I don't
Man.
think. I think this
Mike
is
McCarthy held Rodgers back significantly.
I think we're gonna table this for another.
Yeah,
day.
we do
we're
need to
going
table
long
this.
here.
Yeah.
I think that will just about do it for us here tonight.
Well, fuck Atlanta.
Yeah, fuck Atlanta.
Fuck the Jets.
the
Go
Jet-
Birds. Go Phils.
Yes. Go Phils and all the other stuff. But please leave us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get your podcast. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, I think that's it. yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
I gained too much weight.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's still in the works. Yeah, after the playoffs are done, we all get back on. After
you recover from hernia
the playoffs
surgery.
are done, we're all done drinking every day, and I recover from hernia. We'll all get back on track, start doing that cardio, and then
Big time.
you can follow us on OnlyFans. But till then, everybody, from all of us here at the Citywide, good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Peace.
See ya.